What's up, guys? I think it's a little time for a garage update. Let you guys know what I currently have, what the plans are for the future, if I'm selling some of the current cars, getting rid of stuff, what modifications are coming up, and stuff like that. But first, let's go check out the P.O. box because you guys sent me some probably cool stuff. Let's do it. This is, of course, my 2016 Mercedes S-Class. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. Let me do a little walk around here. I love the way the interior lighting looks on this thing. So gorgeous. For those curious, this color the car is currently set to on the ambient lighting is called Dawn Red. It doesn't really look anything like red, nor does it look like pink. It's sort of this purplish pink. I don't know. People make fun of me when I drive with this color, but I think it looks the best. Let's go over some different options though really quickly. Click this button down here for the car that brings the main controls up. Go to vehicle settings, ambient light color, Dawn Red. I like Twilight Purple also. Moonlight Blue is probably the most common color I use, and then also Glow Red looks pretty badass. It's kind of nightclub vibe. I don't know if I'm always going for a nightclub vibe, but when I am, boom, I've got it in my car. I don't even have to go to the club. We'll talk more about the S-Class after we pick up some packages. Let's head to UPS. I love this about the S-Class because it's so long and such a large car. It is really hard to back up, but not because we have this 360-degree view backup camera. So we've got an overview here, kind of an aerial view, and then the backup. You can also change the direction in which the camera is facing. This is great for curbs. You've got the other side, front of the car, rear of the car. Really nice. Almost at the UPS store, almost there. Gonna get some stuff from the UPS store. That awkward moment when you drive to the completely wrong UPS store and somehow it happens to be on the same street. It's also closer to where I live, yet I picked the farther one to have my P.O. box at. Well, whatever. That is such a clean RS7. Love that Sepang blue color. Finally at the right UPS store, and I just found an absolute gem of a GTR right here. Check it out. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, is the new Nismo GTR, new for 2020. Now I know it doesn't quite look like the previous GTRs because it's a special edition hybrid. I'm just kidding, what the fuck is this? This is a G35 with some really sketchy looking GTR conversion on the front. Alrighty. Excellent. GTR style wing on the back. Does it have GTR badges? That's the question. Skyline though. All right, good to know. It's a Skyline. We're golden. Nice view of the S-Class. Got some Christmas presents. You guys rock. Let's take these things back to the house, check them out, and then I'm gonna go through the garage tour. Time to take all these inside. All right, time for mail time. This feels like Blue's Clues or something. Anyways, for those curious, I do have the address to my P.O. box in the description. Last time I opened the P.O. box, I didn't actually go over the stuff. One of the things of note was this letter from Eric, so freaking cool. Young subscriber wanted to make sure I'm on time because of the LA traffic. So he gave me this little time thing that I drop on the ground and step on, so I'm right on time. That's hilarious, I love it. Food responsibly. All right, we'll see about that one. I'm really bad at opening letters. $1 million? No. All right, well this guy, Dev, sent me a message saying, I've been watching you since the channel started when you actually looked like a skinny total Jew with curls. That's a long time ago and I totally agree. He runs a company called Hoon Responsibly and these stickers are actually badass. Thanks for the stickers, dude. What else do we got here? Oh damn, twin turbos. I think this is so just in case if I supercharged the Huracan and I regretted it and I needed twin turbos, I've got twin turbos right here. Nobody knows what I'm doing yet, so this could be perfect or it could be, you know, comical. That's awesome, thanks dude. Got a letter that says please do not read on camera. Guessing it's a love letter. Won't read it on camera though. Oh no. A pet turd? I'm like really scared if this is like real poop in here. Ugh. Thanks, I guess. Ooh, a handwritten note. That's so thoughtful when people do that. I love it. Aw. This kid, Chase Riley, sent me a nice handwritten note and gave me 1 gram of pure silver. That's pretty damn cool. Thanks, dude. You have permission to show my face, it says. Thanks, dude. All right, now we have this tube. It's the last one. All right, here we go. Oh my God. It says Hood Dawn on it. Thanks so much, dude. All right, let's go out in the S-Class and talk about the garage. Just kidding, looks like there's actually some more stuff. Look how freaking cool this is. Thank you so much for sending me a model Huracan. I've wanted a green model Huracan for a while. This is flippin' awesome, dude. Okay, holy crap, a pillow of Ellie. That is flippin' awesome. Let me know if you guys want me to sell something like this. The company reached out and said, maybe we could work together on selling some Lambo pillows. Back out in the car for a drive to discuss my garage and future garage updates. Currently, we are in my 2016 Mercedes S550 4MATIC. I got this car when I lived in Michigan. I needed a car that I could drive year-round, be a comfortable daily driver, and something that had all-wheel drive. Now that I've moved to California, it's completely useless that it is a 4MATIC, although I can go to the ski slopes, so that'll be nice, I guess. I picked up the car in January of last year. It's a 36-month lease. I have 18 months left on the lease, so I'm exactly halfway through. During that ownership period, honestly, this thing has been an absolute joy. I've driven it 17,000 miles. It's been absolutely flawless. 0 issues. All I've done is taken it in for service every once in a while, which I actually prepaid in the lease payment, so it's been completely hassle-free. The S-Class is incredibly comfortable. One of the reasons I got it, I reviewed an S-Class a couple months before I ended up leasing this. Absolutely fell in love. The interior technology, how beautiful it is inside, and just how quiet and isolated it is from the surroundings. At the time, I owned a 2004 Lamborghini Gallardo. Rest in peace to Candace, for those of you who are OG subscribers. Thank you very much. I used to own an '04 Gallardo. That was my dream car since I was 10 years old. I bought that, modified it, it was gorgeous, and then unfortunately I let someone drive it and they crashed it. That was the end of that, and I replaced it with my Lamborghini Huracan. The Mercedes haven't done much in the way of modifications. It is a lease vehicle. There are things I want to do with it. Haven't quite decided yet whether that's the route I'm going to go. It's currently sitting on Vorsteiner VFF 102 wheels and Michelin Pilot Sport 4S tires. I really like the way it looks. People have been commenting that they like it. Some people have been saying it looks a little bit ghetto, and others are saying that it looks like an S63 ripoff. Well, I'm sorry, no, I'm not trying to pass this by as an S63. I didn't think I needed an S63. One, obviously it's a lot more expensive, but two, because I have a supercar, I can have that for the fun, fast car. And honestly, with 450 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque in this S-Class, it is plenty fast. But one thing I have thought about doing is potentially getting a secondary ECU for this, so I keep the stock ECU untouched, tuning that, and you can tune this car up to nearly 600 horsepower, and then it's faster than an S63. That would be absolutely nuts. It's a 4.7 liter bi-turbo V8, so all you have to do is up the boost a little bit, and boom, the car absolutely screams. But with all-wheel drive and high torque, this thing launches off the line, takes off super well, and thrusts you back into your seat really intensely. Future plans for this car. Because I'm tied into a 36-month lease, and I've got 18 months left, I've decided it doesn't make any sense to get rid of it anytime soon. Part of the reason why I got the wheels and tires for the car. Another reason why I'm considering tuning it and potentially doing a wrap. Now, I like that this is kind of a stealthy car, but I've thought about mixing it up. Wrapping cars is super fun, changes the look, it's obviously not permanent. So if you guys can think of potential wrap ideas, I was thinking maybe keep the car black and then have some outlines and Vehicle Virgin's light blue, something like that, to spice it up a little bit. But haven't decided. I'm thinking I definitely need to tint the windows, potentially black out the chrome, will make the car look a little bit better looking. So that's the S-Class. Then I have a 2015 Lamborghini Huracan. It's an LP610-4 all-wheel drive variant. I first drove a Huracan when I was at the Lamborghini factory in Italy. Absolutely blew my mind. I wasn't sold on the looks, but the sound and just the advancement, how much better the car drove in terms of its steering and mostly in terms of its double clutch transmission. It felt like a completely different car. It was no longer this jerky, slow, confused single clutch gearbox that comes in the Aventador and even worse in the Gallardo. It was actually something that felt both daily drivable and better on the track and in back roads. The response of the double clutch transmission in the Huracan is just poof, out of this world and so much fun. Now, a lot of people who have been watching the channel recently have wondered, where the heck is the Huracan? And trust me, I am thinking the exact same thing. Currently, it is out at a shop getting forced induction. The choices were supercharger or twin turbos. Once the car is done, I'm going to do a reveal and let you guys know the route that I went. Some people are making guesses. Feel free to make guesses. There are such good advantages for both systems and also disadvantages for both systems. So honestly, it was basically a toss-up. I could have gone either way and been happy, I'm sure, but I'm excited to see the route that I went and how that turns out. Future plans for the Huracan, obviously forced induction. I'm gonna need new wheels. I like the stock wheels, but I don't absolutely love them. And I think now that I'm spending money modifying the car, I think it's time to step it up a notch and make it look exactly the way that I want it. So wheels, I'm also thinking about lowering the car, not a ton, but just a little bit. I've got a front lift system, and if you lower it too much, then when the lift goes up, it doesn't even reach stock ride height. And I like being able to drive the car everywhere. It's so comfortable, so relaxing to drive. Not to mention, I've driven it 17,000 miles, hasn't had a single issue. So it is a very reliable, daily drivable car. It's nice to have that front lift capability, and I don't want to completely sabotage that by lowering it. But the car does indisputably look better when it's lowered. But before I lower it, I want to choose a set of wheels, whether I'm going with 20s or 21s. It's important to make sure that I lower it to the right look with the wheels that I get. So I've found some options. There's a couple of Vorsteiner wheel options that I've looked at. Obviously HRE, ADV1. Haven't picked something out yet, but if you've got any suggestions, feel free to leave it in the comment section below. Before I move on to the next plans for the Huracan, guys, I am trying to hit 1 million subscribers by the end of September. So if you're watching my channel, you like it, you enjoy it, but you haven't decided to subscribe yet, hit that subscribe button, stay up to date. There's going to be some awesome content coming out. It's going to be absolutely ridiculous. I don't know how to describe to you guys how fast my car is about to be. The reaction videos, the drag racing. If anyone on YouTube wants to do a drag race, unfortunately, the car is not going to be ready to race street speed, but I guarantee you, me and street speed are going to line our cars up. If there's any YouTubers out there that have a fast car that want to race, I don't care about winning. It's just for fun. If you think you've got a car that'll absolutely destroy my forced induction Huracan, then sick. Call me out. I'd love to lose. Like, actually, I like losing in races when it's a fair race where both people do the best they can, because then it's just impressive. It's fun to see a car destroy you, knowing how much effort went into making the car that fast. It really is. I don't care about winning races whatsoever. 1 million subscribers, guys. It's been a lifetime goal of mine. Share my channel with some friends. Let's hit 1 million subscribers. You get the dopest plaque. It will be my ultimate pride and joy. I'll probably duct tape it to my Lamborghini Huracan and ride around with it. I'm just kidding, I won't do that, but I guarantee it's gonna go in the center of my living room. Next plan for the Huracan is a wrap. My buddy Life with Ty, shout out to him, designed the coolest wrap I have ever seen for the Huracan. So I'm working with my friends at Protective Film Solutions on bringing that wrap to life. It'll be so cool to see an original Photoshop and an idea that I kind of sent him. I said, you know, this is what I'm thinking. Then he took that total creativity, made it 10 times cooler than I ever could have made it on Photoshop. We sent it to Protective Film Solutions, so they'll create the vector files. And when that actually comes to life, whew, it's gonna look so cool. It's gonna look so cool. And with wheels and a lower and forced induction, I am so damn excited for the Huracan. Oh man, what else do I got? I also have a 2002 Crown Victoria. Now, dubbed as the Hood Dawn. Why was it called the Hood Dawn? Well, I've always wanted a Rolls-Royce Dawn, but currently they are very, very expensive. The lease deals on those are, well, I don't know how you can call it a deal unless you are just dripping with billions of dollars because, well, it is extremely expensive. The thing with new Rolls Royces, and especially with Astons like the DB11, is they depreciate so hard from the beginning when they're new. That's what you're paying for with the lease predominantly is depreciation. So unfortunately, if you get a new Dawn, and that means your monthly payments are absolutely absurd. So anyways, instead of getting a real Dawn, I got a hood Dawn. I got a 2002 Crown Victoria. I cut the roof off of it. I accidentally crashed into a bush, and the Spirit of Ecstasy logo was just, by an act of who knows what, placed into the grill. Really, it was just a stick shaped kind of like a Y, but it was jammed into the grill. It looked like the Spirit of Ecstasy, only just way more ghetto, and thus was born the hood Dawn. Then I put nitrous on it. I installed the nitrous kit very well. I'm a professional nitrous kit installer. Actually, the nitrous kit didn't have anything to do with it blowing up. A fuel line leaked, it leaked gasoline, the engine was hot, boom, combusted in flames, and the hood Dawn went down in a fiery, epic destruction. The hood Dawn is no longer, it doesn't work. So I have to figure out what to do with this damn car. I've got a freaking Crown Victoria that has massive fire damage to the engine, doesn't have a roof, doesn't have seat belts. I'm not really sure. I may tow it to a scrapyard, see if a scrapyard will give me money for it, maybe sell the car, maybe give it away. Although I don't really want to give it away because it feels like I'm just giving away a hunk of garbage. Like, unless somebody out there really wants this hunk of garbage, I doubt you do. So I might just tow it to a scrapyard. There's some parts in it that might be fun to use. Airbags for launching items. I don't know. I don't really want to deal with the safety of that, but apparently Alex might mess with it. I'll just stand very far away. But that is the end of the hood Dawn, which brings me to, I think I want another project car. Playing with a project car has been a bunch of fun, but I think I want something a little bit better than a $700 Crown Victoria from Craigslist. Now, not a lot better in terms of money. I think it'd be fun to keep something cheap, under $5,000, and really work on modifying it, maybe taking subscriber input, building this car, making it epic. So if you've got suggestions, comment down below for a future project car. I've seen some cool stuff online, absolutely wicked, potential options for sure. Now, by the way, while I don't respond to a lot of comments, I pretty much read all of them. The amount of time it takes to actually just scan the comments versus reply to everyone individually and then feel bad when I reply to one, but I don't reply to another, and people are like, oh, why'd you reply to him? I'm really sorry. It would honestly be more than a full-time job to respond to comments. If you want to get a hold of me, I'm decent at responding to my Instagram @VehicleVirgin, so follow me there if you send me a DM. But even that, I can't respond to everyone as much as I wish I could. And I don't want to hire a team. A lot of people have teams that take care of their social media, but I want it to be me controlling it. I want it to be when I respond to a comment, it's actually me, so you guys know who it's coming from, not give that power to somebody else who might not have the right answer, might respond incorrectly, or just confuse you guys when it's some robot or somebody totally other than me doing the comments. I also had a 2001 BMW M5. I loved that car so much, owned it for 6 years, incredible ownership experience. It was the car I learned how to drive a manual on. It was the car that started the Vehicle Virgins channel, but it was time to let it go. The space and just the amount of times I was able to drive it just didn't make sense with the car, but it truly was a brilliant piece of machinery. And I'm so happy that the M5 went to an owner that is truly going to love the vehicle. How cool is this? So a while back, I met a subscriber at a car show. He and his parents came up to me, said they liked my content. That's always so flattering when that happens, because I'm just out here producing content, making stuff, and then when people actually appreciate it, it's like, wow, people actually care about what I'm doing, and that feels really good because I love producing content. It feels so good to flow that creativity into the form of videos and production. It's really my passion. And so for people to appreciate that, that's awesome. So they came up to me, very nice family, and said, hey, love your stuff. We actually have a G-Wagon that you could review. Hit us up, we can do it. So I reviewed their G550 a long while back. It was a black one. I'm sure if you guys search, you can find it if you're curious. Well, the son of that family ended up wanting the BMW M5. So now this kid is going to learn how to drive manual, who was a subscriber, and now has my E39 M5. I couldn't be happier. I couldn't have gone to a better owner. I wanted somebody who was going to cherish it, was going to drive it, and even cooler than that, the dad actually had owned a new 2001 M5 back in the day. So it's like father-son bonding so damn cool. So I'm so happy that the car went to an owner that will now take care of it and love it as much as I did. Future of the Mercedes. Like I said, trapped in a lease, can't get out of it for a while, although there are some lease buyouts or swap lease, things I've been looking at, but I don't know, I do really like the car. But eventually, I'm thinking potentially replacing it with an E63 AMG wagon, the 2018 one. Rear wheel drive mode, freaking drift mode, that's so sick. I've always wanted a wagon, and I think it'd be a really cool, fun car for the channel. Not doing it right now, but definitely a potential daily driver. Super cool. As far as the Huracan, replacing that, I just went forced induction. I plan on doing a lot in terms of modifications, so I don't really want to get rid of it. I love the car. It suits all of my needs. Now it's going to be super fast. It's going to look badass. It already looks amazing. But there's no real reason to replace it. But eventually, of course, you're always looking at new cars on the market. I'm thinking potentially maybe picking up a used 720S farther down the road. A new 720S spec'd out the way I wanted it was like 330 grand, which is all good fun and games, 330 grand. That's a ton of money, one, but the worst part is the depreciation. Now, my boy Salamandrin thinks that I'm totally wrong on this one and that the 720Ss are going to hold their values like the Ferrari 488s. I would love for that to be the case. Hopefully McLaren has figured out their stuff and that is true. But what I think is going to happen is, if I were to buy one tomorrow, not happening, buy it for $330,000. In a year, it'd be worth $230,000. I'd sell it and it'd be $100 grand loss in a year, and I'd rather just blow my brains out. That is a lot of money down the drain. I'm not at that level yet, and yeah, just not possible. So there you go. There's a garage update, what I have in my current garage, what's happening in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like always, please browse the channel and subscribe. If you're watching, you like the stuff, and you're not subscribed yet, let's hit 1 million subscribers by the end of September. I look forward to seeing you next video.